To give you first-hand information on your future study experience with MDIS, we have invited Faiz, one of our current students from the new MSc Health and Safety program, to share more on why he has made MDIS and LBU his choice. Together with lecturer Rosman, Faiz will share his experiences so far. Over to you guys, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Jeannie, for the introduction. For you out there, I would like to welcome you on board of MDIS Virtual Open House 2022. My name is Rosman. I'm an academic lecturer for a bachelor degree in Safety, Health, Environmental Management, as well as the new course, Masters in Health and Safety. So Masters in Health and Safety is our new course, which has been awarded by Liz Beckett University, and in collaboration with MDIS. And I'm very excited about this course because this is our first batch, and we have Mr. Faiz next to me to share his insights, his knowledge, his learning experience, learning journey throughout his years in MDIS. And for me, as a safety practitioner for about 25 years, be it in the public sector or in the private sector, I myself too want to share my knowledge with these students, especially these new master's students, in terms of my wealth of knowledge, in terms of the legal aspect, in terms of the industrial working experience aspect, because when I was working in the ministry, I have a wealth of legal aspect experiences in terms of enforcements of the legal laws to all the industries in the workplaces, as well as industrial experience managing big projects like Changi Airport, Terminal 5, and in which I, under my tutelage is about 200 safety professionals under me, comprising of safety officers and safety coordinators. And hence, just because of that, and also my drive, my passion to share my knowledge, I'm here in MDIS, lecturing all the modules and engaging students extensively and intensively, so that they can actually whip up all my knowledge gained from the industry, as well as my knowledge in the legal aspect, so that they are well versed. Yeah? So this master's program, our aim is to actually to develop, to mold the students into a safety professional at a higher level. In terms of the technical skill, they are at level 7, as compared when they are taking their degree, it's at level 6. So now they are higher level of technical competencies. They learn more technical aspect quantitatively, besides qualitative analysis. And also the second skill sets that we want these students to garner is in terms of their soft skill. Because once they become safety professionals, for example, as a safety director, as a safety regional manager, they need to influence, to convince people, to convince their workforce to believe in safety. Because believing is a safety, a value, safety value that needs to be inculcated by belief. So when these leaders, as a safety director, as a leaders, he managed to influence the staff, the workforce in his organization, they managed to maintain a good and safe safety culture. So that's what we want. In terms of their skill, in terms of soft skills knowledge, they are able to influence as a leader. They are able to do a good presentation with selling a good marketing aspect of safety messages to their workforce. And the third dimension of what we want to the students of masters after they graduate is to actually attain what we call critical thinking and critical analysis abilities. So these abilities is important. In fact, is very much important because with this critical thinking set embedded in their mindset and their thinking process, cognitive thinking process, they are able to find solutions for their everyday life in terms of workplace safety and health, their safety non-compliance issues, their people issues in terms of complying with the safety regulations. So they will find solutions by critically analyzing the situation, the problems, and able to come up with a solution that actually can help the organization, the people of the organization to work safely and also to have a safe workplace. So that's very important in our master's program, that we want to mold a student after their graduation, these three abilities: technical abilities, as what I mentioned to you, soft skill abilities, in particular leadership qualities, and lastly, critical analysis, critical thinking abilities that make them understand the situation and provide a viable solutions for their safety and health issues. Without further ado, I would like to welcome Mr. Faiz. Mr. Faiz here is previously alumni. He has just graduated from his first degree in Bachelor of Safety and Health and Environmental Management in MDIS in collaboration with LBU. He managed to garner first-class honours. I'm proud of you, Mr. Faiz. Yes. Congrats for your achievement of first-class honours.
Yes.
To gain a first-class honours degree is a tremendous effort put in by students because they need to not only perform in their assignments but also to perform in their final year projects, doing massive, extensive research, in particular research in the field of safety and health projects that they and also they are also supervised by supervisors that come with a lot of a handful of experience in terms of their wealth or knowledge in the technical domain of safety and health, and hence these supervisors acting as their project supervisors manage to give good guidance for them, not only in terms of project management but of course in the relevancy of the technical skills that they need to embed into their thesis in order to come up with a good thesis and dissertation for their final year project. So with that, I wanted to ask Mr. Faiz, yes, can you elaborate or maybe tell me about yourself, your working experience, and why actually you wanted so badly this master's program?
Okay, I've been in this safety profession for about 15 to 16 years. So I grew up with I excelled with the career progression from MOM, such as the level A and B. Previously, it was not. It was like safety supervisor, safety coordinator, and so forth. So when I reached that level of safety officer, I find and I really want to so-called stand out from the crowd. So I would like to have more knowledge, more so-called. I have the experience, but of course I need to learn. I need to know more in depth. I need technical skills, and it's not just the so-called the surface of the WSH Act. So I need to go learn more, research more, and so on. So being in the safety profession, the bulk of it I was in the construction industry. So after construction, I have stints in aviation as well as facilities management. Construction is inclusive of oil and gas. I do work in oil and gas before. So whichever industry that I work for or work at, so-called the safety hazards, the incidents are almost similar. I mean the fatalities, the injuries are almost the same. So why I decided to upgrade myself or to upskill myself is for me to have more knowledge, to learn more about the incidents. I mean what can happen, and whereas I'm taking my master's now, I just passed my previous module, which is a qualitative risk assessment, and it teaches me on the fault tree analysis. It's not just the domino effect or the cheese model. We learn more in depth. We research on event tree analysis and so on. So this really helps me in my career progression. It really helps me with my report writing, how to present to my management, my bosses, my clients, and so on. So without this, or if not taking for this degree level, I don't think I can be that. My report won't be that nice. It will be just a theory part. But with this course that I've been through, my degree and currently my masters, I find that my reports are more detailed. So there'll be not much questions by the bosses with the detailed report that I'll be sending to them. So that's why to me it is very important for me to go through this course, which I am very proud of.
So actually, what sparked you to embark? Is it your family or yourself? Any friends that share with you about the master's program?
Yes. Um, First and foremost is my family. It's my passion. Um, just a little bit background. I was born into this family that studies well. I'm the black sheep of the family.
Oh, okay.
So I was always playing truant, very mischievous. So the lowest grade, I always graduated with the lowest grade. So the others are high flyers themselves. My sister is the teacher. They're in government sector. So that sparked me when I age. When I age and I got my life experience, I find it's very hard to compete in the market. I was just riding a bike when there's two luxury cars beside me. So I was like, hey, how do I be like them? So of course, it's just my passion and my goal. How to get that, to earn that salary is to have based on merit, to have certificates, to be competitive in the market. And speaking about friends, to be honest, Mr. Rosman is my supervisor for my degree. So he is the one who motivated me. He was the one, push me to upskill further, not just to rest on my laurels. So thank you again, Mr.
welcome.
Rosman,
Yeah.
for all the the motivation, the help rendered given was priceless. In all honesty, lah. So that's why I am where I am right now, currently taking this masters.
So actually the situation
Yes.
surrounding you and also the influence, right, to be a
Yes.
better, if people can do this achievement, right,
Yes.
why not me? So
Yes.
that actually sparks you into developing more hunger
Yes.
for your academic achievements, right, to see that you are upgraded yourself to a level higher, taking this masters, so that you can achieve what people others achieve. And I just want to ask you about going back to your working experience just now. You
Yes.
are mentioning about you are working in different sector.
Yes.
Do you see any differences in managing safety in the different sectors of facility management, what else, aviation and construction?
Yes.
Is the hazards the same?
No, definitely not. Different sector poses different risks and hazards. So, as a safety professional, we are the one who has to assess that risk. We have to minimize it. So, again, I mentioned if I were not to upgrade myself, taking up courses or degrees, I don't think I will be good enough to research or to to find the root cause of the hazard, the root cause analysis, fault-free analysis. If let's say an incident happened, I don't know how to to so-called be my reports will be detailed, be accurate. So yes, different sectors do pose different hazards, but it's up to us as the safety professionals with knowledge and experience combined together that we can minimize, or we can so-called help with the report, with the detailed report that we are supposed to do, supposed to present to management. And of course, importantly, our job here as a safety professional is to save life. Everyone can go home safe. That is the main ultimate goal as a safety professional.
Okay, thank you,
Yes.
Mr. Faiz. You can see here that Mr. Faiz actually talks about the qualitative risk assessment module that he has been learning in the master's program, which actually helps him to become an eye-opener, to apply a new method of solution, which is Mr. Faiz mentioned about the fault tree analysis,
Yes, yes.
event tree analysis is the new methods of solving possible causes of accident. Because as compared to the normal accident investigation techniques, where they only brainstorm and come up with possible causes of accident, but in this module, you will learn enhanced method of finding the solution as well as the root cause of the accidents by having different methods, fault tree analysis method, FMEA methods, event tree methods. So
Yes.
you can see the tools that you learn in this module is humongous, and the ability that you can see from different angles an accident site with the evidences, with the analytical thinking process applied to these models. You can apply these models and find your possible causes of the accident, and hence that will provide the next step, which is the
Yes.
preventive measures, right, Mr.
Yes,
Faiz,
yes,
so that
correct.
you implement effective preventive measures, corrective actions to prevent the accidents from recurring. By having to know different methods of solving this accident, case, what is the cause, what's the main cause. By having these tools, fault trade analysis, event trade analysis, then you can able to identify the root cause of the accident. So that is a well equipped competency that our students garnered or gain during their master's module, especially taking the qualitative risk assessment module. Okay, Mr. Faiz, do you find any challenges managing your time in taking this master's program in terms of your time allocation to your beloved wife, especially your children and your relative, family matters. Yes. Secondly, your work commitment, your bosses, and also in terms of your colleagues, your friends, if you have hobby like playing soccer, how you manage your time? Because you add in one element of study time, because you're taking this master, you need to concentrate on certain assignment, you need to concentrate certain examination preparation,
Yes.
So how do you manage this time?
Okay, for time management, the most important thing or the most important word for me is discipline. Okay, without discipline, I don't think I can succeed or I can even play soccer with my friends. So time management is equivalent to discipline. So what I do is I be disciplined with my time. I have to allocate time. Of course, for example, if there's urgent family matters or urgent work matters, then of course there will be a change in my timetable. But if not, I have to be disciplined. Yes, my family is very supportive. My parents, when I go for classes is I taking part-time. So the classes will be after work. And they are very supportive as in, they will come over to take care of my kids. My wife, she even opt for 8 to 5 job instead of, because she's working in shift. So she stopped her shift work. She just concentrate on 8 to 5 job just to support me. And my parents, they come over. And of course, again, my bosses also play a part. They know which date or which day. I send them my schedule, so they know which day they don't assign me for after 5 jobs. As a safety officer, because currently I'm working, there will be times where I need to stay back late, for shutdowns and so on, overtime. So my bosses also is very supportive. All of them are supportive. My friends as well, because sometimes, they will call me like you mentioned, we play football, we go fishing, so they know like there's an assignment coming up, I need to go to the library, I need to do my research and so on. So time management is not an issue if you are disciplined. Importantly, you must be disciplined in your timing, plan your timetable well, because sometimes you need more than the so-called the speculated time that you plan for. You need to focus more on what you are doing. Give it your best in your assignments. Don't just I allocate 2 hours of my time. It's 2 hours. I think I better close my laptop. It's not that. You have to be disciplined. Have to finish off what you started excellently to the best you can.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Faiz. You see, Mr. Faiz has shared his sentiments, saying that not only time management is critical in doing this part-time master's program, but also on top of that is discipline, right, Mr. Faiz? Yes. Discipline plays an important part. You can have a good timetabling, allocation for your family, allocation for your assignment, but you are not disciplined to follow the time allocated. That will be a hassle, and it will be a challenge for anyone embarking into this master's program. But again, as what Mr. Faiz said, not only his bosses support, even his wife. Your wife needs to change from office hour, shift work to office hour in order to tailor to your needs in taking this. So you can see the sacrifice made by family members, but most importantly, the sacrifice made by yourself, and also your interaction with your lecturers, because in our MDIS we have full support, the lecturers support as well as the facilities and resources. Can you share with us the facilities and resources, how that support your learning?
Okay, before I touch on facilities, let me touch on the lecturers. Inclusive of yourself, they are very, very supportive. Why do I say that? Anytime that we have any questions with regards to our course or or our modules or assignments, they will be there to reply you, to guide you along the way. Rest assured, that's why that's how I get my first class. they'll be there to support you at any time, to give you tips, advisors on how to execute or how to draft your assignments, and the knowledge that you have gained not only in class. After class, you have other questions. They will be willingly to stay over, just to brief the students. So to me, that is the most important aspect of any courses that I take up, because you can have good facilities or good resources, but at the end of the day, your lecturers are not supportive. That will also be a hassle, or so-called a barrier for me to excel. So importantly, the lecturers, which is, I find, to be honest with you, MDIS has one of the best lecturers on board, who is very, very supportive of all of us. And as you're speaking about the resources, yes, first and foremost, the first thing that I would like to comment on is the 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven really helps a lot. As in, we are taking part-time courses, so we usually come in after office hours. So canteen will be closed and so on. So there is convenience store located in the campus itself. Don't have to walk out, or you don't have to go out, don't have to waste time. It's located in the campus. And if you're talking about library, they have one of the best library. Not only physical library, they have this e-library. Even LBU themselves, they has a resource library for us, to research on our assignments and so on. So I think that is the key component, the key factor of me having my first class, and currently why I still take the masters in MDIS. So that is the most important part to me. That's why I still choose to be with MDIS and LBU for this masters program.
Okay, thank you so much. You can see that, let me reiterate what Mr. Faiz had mentioned. He says that the most important critical issue element that drive him to further study is actually lecturer support. And our lecturers here, as what I mentioned just now, is full of working experience and industrial experience. And with their expertise, they manage to guide these students into a next higher level of competency level, where they share their industrial experience and also guide the students whenever they want. Give advice, clarify their doubts, certain theories, certain concepts they don't understand in the certain modules. They will be there. Even after office hour, they can be engaged anytime by WhatsApp, by email, by handphone, so that they are there for the students, so that the students will not be left aside, struggling to study alone. So there's a massive and dynamics of interaction between the lecturers and the students are tremendous. That's why a lot of the students are coming on board, because they know the lecturers will be there to support. And also our well advanced technology in terms of e-learning. We have the blackboard system that actually helps facilitate the study of the students by having all the learning materials embedded into the blackboard system, where anytime, anywhere, the students can access to their learning materials at any moment. So that's why our support, IT support, our e-learning support is always there for them. And as well, I just want to add on the aspect of the library. And we have, as well, Faiz mentioned, we have two, physical as well as the digital library. Digital library, we have a lot of resources, and I'm always keep on the lookout for new research articles, new e-books to be embedded into our resource hub, so that students can make use, right, facilitate their study by doing research. Because doing research alone without the proper references and resources will be a challenge for our students. And we know in MDIS, we need to have a robust and compact resource hub, compact digital e-library, as well as the physical library, so that we make learning conducive for students, we make learning at ease for students, so that they will not be worried at all times. They will be facilitated in all manner in terms of technical support, the e-resources, in terms of the physical support, engagement, lecturers' engagement with them, so that we want to mold the student, and we are always here, to help the student excel. Right. Okay, Mr. Faiz, I want to ask you the next question. What are the cost benefits of this program?
Okay, cost benefits, again, I mentioned earlier, it is very, you can apply it, it's applicable to your current work situation, occupational well-being also is a new topic for me, it's a module which I have, uh, have not ever think of studying. It's more in depth. It's just not the surface of the human body. It's the anatomy. They go in depth. So they teach you more about these bodies lah. All the anatomy and so on. And then again, I mentioned there's sensible risk management, the modules of this course. So to me, this course really is a stepping stone for a career progression. And of course, it is something that will be expanding my knowledge, not just the basic, safety tasks that I have to do day to day, besides legal aspects and so on. So this course is really beneficial for those who wants more in-depth analysis of safety, on how to do their research properly and so on. So I think this is
The benefits of the program.
Course. Yes, definitely. A lot of things, a lot of modules that we have learned that I myself would never think of learning before.
Okay, one more question I want to ask you. This is a bit sensitive questions about your self-esteem. Before you embark into our degree and also master's program, do you think that you have low esteem, then telling yourself that you cannot make it, you're going to fail for courses because your past experience might change your perception, but after embarking into this program, master's program and degree, the whole perception of your self-esteem change. Can you explain on that?
Yes, I did mention this to you before. Previously, I would not have thought of getting a degree myself, coming from my education background. I mentioned I was very mischievous. I did not study well when I was young. So the thought of me having to go to a degree course is frightening. No, not to say the least. It is very frightening. My esteem is low. I don't have confidence level. So it's like, I don't think I can make it. But when I started this, from the first day, from the day I stepped into MDIS to ask more before even enrolling, from the student coordinator all the way to the lecturers, from the first day till the day I get my certificate, they are very, very helpful. They will assist me in every queries.
That builds your confidence up, right?
Yes, definitely. Then from there, I feel more relaxed. I feel more determined, motivated. To excel in the course that I enrolled.
So having maybe you got first module with good results, that spur you further,
Yes,
to
correct.
actually excel further, to get excellent result, right?
Yes, definitely. So without a doubt, again I mentioned, without the help of not only the lecturers, all from the receptionist, the day I step in, it's a big campus. You can get lost. So it's your first time. Just entering the gate is like, I don't think I would like to enter the building and so. But then from the security to the gate to the student coordinator till I pass, I get my certificate. It's a very pleasant experience for me. They're very helpful, always there to assist us. So it's really helps me in my character and my personality as well. When I graduated from this course lah.
Okay, so my next question will be the topics, modules that you learn in master's program. What are the topics? Can you share with us? And what is the most favorite topic?
Okay, there are different modules in this master's program. Like I mentioned, we have occupational health and well-being. We have a sensible risk management. So the most favorite module, or the one that motivates me the most, is the one that I mentioned earlier on, is the quantitative risk analysis, the QRA. So QRA motivates me because I find it is very useful currently in my current situation as a safety professional in my company, for me to do the incident reports. Incident reports such as, previously I would just be touching on the surface, the 5 Ws, 5 Ys, what, where, and how, and then Swiss cheese model. But when I go through this course, there is other different so-called theory to do my report, to assess For example, again, I mentioned the event tree analysis, fault tree, failure mode event analysis. So I wouldn't have thought about this if I never take up this course.
So it actually these new methods explore more possible causes of the
Possible
accident.
causes, yes. The root
Yeah, so
cause.
that you will find easily. Yeah, you will
Yes,
funnel
yes.
into a root cause analysis. So
Yes.
it's important, right?
Yes,
So
definitely.
thank you for sharing that topic.
Yes.
Again, I just want to share with the audience here. Our master's program encapsulates about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 modules. Okay. Namely, first one is ergonomics. Of course, this is at level 7. Health and safety practice, law, occupational health and well-being, professional practice and development. Then we have, as what Mr. Faiz mentioned, qualitative risk assessment, risk analysis, sensible risk management, applied research methods, and research and practice development. Okay, so for ergonomics, basically you study the human factors and the interface between human and machine, and how you safeguard these safety interfaces. In health and safety practice, basically you will study law, and not only local legislative safety law, but also this module is embedded with international law pertaining to safety and health. So the experience that the students will feel when taking this module will be at a higher level, because they will be learning international laws pertaining to safety and health, and what are the penalties as compared from the local Singapore and also other regional countries, or maybe in the whole wide world in UK. So it brings the student into a new world of exploration of new legal and legislation framework. Then we have professional practice and development. Again, we want to have this module been given to students so that students can learn the different dynamics of professionalism and the ethics as a safety professionals. Because in this module, professional practice and development, the student will learn the professional ethics as a safety professional. Because we must maintain integrity, we must maintain professionalism as a safety professional. The main core I would like to share here is integrity. A safety professional must have integrity. Safety professional must have honesty. A safety professional must have sincerity. And safety professionals must respect. So these are main core issues, core values that we're going to learn, and embed these values into our professional practitioners, so that after they graduated from the masters, they carry this value with them, so that people in the working force in the world will see them as a safety professionals with integrity and with respect. So that's what we want to achieve in this module. And qualitative risk analysis, having said much by Mr. Faiz, it enforces different dimension of methods used to find the root cause by using methods such as qualitative method, quantitative methods as well, such as the fault tree analysis and event tree analysis. Then we have the last few is applied research method and research and practice development, where we want the student to do a much higher level thesis and dissertation at about 10,000 to 12,000 words thesis, so that they need to actually explore into a higher level of exploration in terms of research, critical research in terms of the new development in safety and health, so that they can apply the new development and technologies used in safety landscape into their research work. And of course, doing a research with this heavy dissertation needs a lot of guidance. And here again, I repeat that our students are being engaged constantly, continuously by our well-talented lecturers, experts from the industry. They have their expertise. They can guide along these students doing this research dissertation at the higher level competency, and they are able to give them guidance and also make them know how to manage their time in terms of project management. Okay. I would like to ask you the next question,
Yes.
Mr. Faiz.
Yes.
what do you think is that the next leap for you as a safety practitioner after you have graduated from this masters?
Okay, without a doubt, I hope my boss is not watching. I would definitely, go find or explore opportunities for higher posts and so on, or some promotions from my company. And the most important thing that I want is after this masters, hopefully maybe there is a PhD level in MDIS or LBU, or if not, then I will explore that option. Definitely, I will upgrade myself, and with this course again, I mentioned I will not be ashamed or afraid to take on more responsibilities or higher position as a safety practitioner, because I believe that this course, both degree and masters in MDIS, has really made me into a best, or the best safety practitioner that is competitive in the market. So that is my plan for the future.
How about your vast? Of course, you have a vast experience, Mr. Faiz, in terms of from what you have shared with us. But in terms of knowledge, again, you have garnered ample, sufficient knowledge from degree level, now at the master level.
Yes.
Can you cite one example of how you apply your knowledge to your workplace?
Okay. The one that I mentioned earlier was this the risk analysis, the QRA, which I did. Finish up the course. One example was an incident occurred, in one of my sites. So if previously we would just go to the surface of the problem,
What incident is that?
It's
falling
a slip
from
trip
height?
and fall.
Oh, okay.
Slip trip is a rainy event, and the IP, the injured personnel, was wearing heels, and she was not holding on to the staircase. There are rails for people to hold on to, especially during wet weather and so on. So from that incident, I learned, with the QRA that I applied to the report, to the investigation and so on. So the report, the end of the day, is much more so-called vast than before.
Very comprehensive.
Very comprehensive and very vast. Even my bosses is like commenting, oh, this is a good report because you covered every aspect. You interviewed and you used this. I used the fault tree analysis as a model for me to do my investigation. So that really helps me a lot in my so-called my current work situation. So it is really beneficial for me, to learn, to gain more knowledge.
So that's your application of one of your knowledge.
Yes,
it's
one of
good.
my
Mr. Faiz shared with us, saying that he actually make use of the technical methods used in qualitative risk analysis, which is the fault tree, to solve the issues of slip, trips and fall. One person slips while while stepping on the steps, right?
Yeah,
so she fall, and they wanted to find the actual cause of the incident. So we can see here that actually our students are being molded to become an accident investigator too. So as an accident investigator, they need to have technical expertise in certain field. One, as what Mr. Faiz mentioned, is the tool used to find the root cause, the possible causes of the accident. Secondly, they also must know how to identify the key witness during an accident. By identifying the key witness, they are able to actually interview them and garner all the evidences from the interview session, so that they will know why and how the accident happened from the key witness. So here, actually, in the accident investigation process, we also teach our students to have this competency of interview session. How to interview key witness so that they can give you the best evidences. Because interviewing a key witness is very important. The methods, the skills are also important so that they can sift out all the evidences, and it's like a jigsaw puzzle. They need to solve the case, and with all the valid and relevant evidences they manage to pull together and find the root cause. So we actually explore and expose our students with accident investigation skills in the right module so that they can also apply. So the application of more knowledge is very important. Here in MDIS, we want to apply, let our students apply their knowledge to their workplaces. Because after they graduate from the masters, they might be a higher ranking officer. They might be a safety director, right? So he must see as a holistic analysis, right? What is the root cause of the accident, for example, right? So as a safety director, he also must lead by example. So all these values we must inculcate to these students so that when they become a safety director with that position, with that pay scale, they are able to dispense their responsibility in ease and well-mannered as well with respect. They can also be a regional safety manager, managing officers in the region. For example, in Hong Kong, maybe in Indonesia, maybe in Vietnam, maybe in Batam, right? Yeah. So they have officers over there so that they can manage, right? Manage all these officers, because you can know that as a regional safety manager, they have a lot of challenges because every country, right, Mr. Faiz, have different legal requirements.
Yes, correct.
So they need to actually gel and synthesize these legal requirements to make it into a corporate legal requirements. And it's not easy. Here in MDIS, in the master's program, we help them to learn how to synthesize legal legislation from different countries so that facilitate their organization to use one legal requirements as a corporate requirements so that it can be applied in maybe in Hong Kong office, it can apply in Singapore office, it can apply in Malaysia office, and also apply in Batam office, right? Yes. So it's very important that this student be molded with competency of what we call synthesization. Besides, as what I mentioned to you just now about critical thinking skills, they already garnered. On top of that, they garnered another skill set. What we mentioned as synthesization, yes, to synthesize all the processes into one.
Yes.
In other words, integration. So that is very important. Integration in safety is very important. Okay, Mr. Faiz, my last question for you, yes, before we end. What's your last word? Your last advice for those burning students, desire students who wants to embark in our master's program, yeah, and those people interested. Your last word.
Okay. One simple word is don't hesitate. I mean, why hesitate? After all, I've speak from experience. All the good feedbacks, the positive, the impacts that it makes to your life. So to me, don't hesitate. Call up MDIS. See the course materials for those who are really very interested. So to me, it's just don't be contented with just the certificate that you have. You upgrade yourself. You can definitely gain more. Not now, but maybe in the future, or it can be just exactly after you graduated. So to me, honestly, it's just to step out of your comfort zone. Just inquire, ask, and of course, just take up this course. It will definitely be, you're the so-called very competitive in the market. And of course, not only in Singapore, because this master's program is also part of IOSH accreditation. So it can be, globally, regional, of course, and globally. So to me, honestly, just take it. Just take up the course and expand your knowledge. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Faiz, for the encouraging and motivational talk, to inspire people out there to take up this master's program. The requirements is very simple, whether you have a degree in second class and upper or any other relevant experiences in workplace safety and health with the relevant qualification. So just call our course consultant. Our course consultant is there 24 hours, and now is on the virtual WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp them, you can message them and ask. Our course consultants are equipped with the knowledge of the course program, the duration, the pricing. You can ask them now, and feel free. We will have this virtual open house for your enquiries. Please do so to contact our course consultant, and they are ready to give you advice, good advice, and about the course and the curriculum. And lastly, before I end, there's a video after this. You can take a look. Before I end, I just want to tell the audience that be safe, especially this COVID. Be safe and take care of yourself before you take care of others. Thank you very much.
Thank you.